Hello everybody and welcome to Sin City Living. As you can tell, my name is Jason and I will be introducing today's video. So I'm going to try and keep this a little bit shorter as I go through the usual spiel that most of you guys are fairly familiar with. Guys, if you have any strategies, anything you would like us to film, any suggestions, any ideas, questions, please email us at sincitylivingLV@gmail.com. We haven't gotten a strategy sent to us in a few weeks, so I love shooting these videos for you guys. Please send them to us. And of course, our usual shout out of appreciation to our patrons. Thank you very much. I hope you guys are enjoying the how to deal with the full dice, full craps instructional videos that we are putting out for you guys, the whole course. Putting them out 2 a week, so I hope you guys are enjoying them. If anybody's interested, just check the description down below. And otherwise, what I want to say is we have live streams. Live streams are coming very soon. The equipment is in the mail. It is on the way. So I don't want to take up too much time here. There is going to be a lot of information about the live stream, how to sign up, how to join us on our craps tournaments or anything else. Just check the end of the video. Even if you don't watch the full video, skip over to the end. At the end of the video, I'm going to have a discussion on a lot more detail on the live streams. I'm going to put that in the next couple weeks worth of videos. So please keep an eye, guys. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and jump straight into today's video. And for today's video, it'll be the final of my 3 video set on regression strategies and how they would work. And this is for center strip for sure. Now we're looking at a $50 minimum bet table, right? Because it can be difficult even on center strip on a weekend to even find a $25 table. Even 50s could be a stretch. You definitely will find $100 minimum bet tables. So $50 minimum bet table. That means that in order to really play your strategy, in order to play your regression strategy, you have to be starting out at least $640 into the shooter. Could be $540 if you've got a pass line bet, but even then you've invested over on the pass line bet. So like most strategies, we include the point with the place bets. So you're looking at $640 across because you want to be at least minimum, at least double the table minimum. Because in order to regress down, you have to be above the table minimum, otherwise you can't regress. So you got to start out a little bit higher, and let's see, what would we be looking at? So we said 640 across, right? That's including the point. Now, as we've shown with some of the other regression strategies, there's basically 3 ways you can do this, or 2 ways you can do it with 2 variations within those 2 ways you can do it. You can look at 2 or 3 hits on your regression. So we'll assume, we'll just say you start out with a $640 bankroll just so we can see where we're at. So we're going to look at the numbers that pay the least amount. Okay, so we're going to look at these inside numbers. So let's say one of the inside numbers, it doesn't matter which one. Now for this particular strategy, we are not going to regress anything until the second hit. Okay. So 120 pays you 140, so we'll collect the 140, paying in green on purpose here. Now you get your second hit. Once again, pays. Now at this point, let's say you tell them, take me down to 320 across. Actually, let's put this one. I could have gotten away with paying with black. I was trying to do something else, but let's look at it real fast. You started out with a bankroll of $640. Now you have your 320 across. It's right here. I'm not going to set it up yet. 320 across. You've got $600 back sitting in your rack. So of your original bankroll, $640, you are now $40 invested into the roll on a $50 minimum bet table. $40 investment to have every single number on a $50 minimum bet table is pretty darn good. That's not bad at all. Now you get to play whatever strategy you want. When you're 320 across, there's all kinds of things you can do. You can, on the 6 and 8, you can go from 60 to 90, or 60 to 72 to 90, or you go 60 to 90, 90 to 120 or 150, 72 to 120 or 90 or 150. Same thing with the 5 and 9. You go from 50 to 75 to either 100 or 125. I'd do 125. Then from there you can go up to 200 or 300. For 150 on the 6 and 8, you can go up to 210 or 180, whatever you want to do. So you have all of those options. So that's if you were to come down after the second hit. Now let's look at the third hit. So we'll go back to our 640. This time we're going to get paid 3 times. So we're going to get paid 140. We're going to get paid 150 for 10. Getting paid 140, of course. And then for the third one, and again, we're going to use the ones that pay the least amount of money. If the 4 or 10 rolls, of course, we're pretty happy. Right? So we get another 140. And now, once again, we say, take me down. Take me down to 320 across. It's right there. So here's what happens if you wait until the third roll before getting your 320 across, before regressing down to 320 across. You have $740. You are actually $100 up. Your bankroll has increased by $100 when you regress. So you're now able to not only see another shooter, but you have an extra $100. So hopefully you can do this, do it a couple more times. Or maybe this roll continues on, and now, again, you are in your mid-press, sister press, power press, whatever you want to do. Heck, you could even same bet. When you're up at this point, depending on how big your bankroll is, when you're up at this point, you're getting paid $70 at a minimum every time something hits. It's not terrible. And if you're playing out a $50 minimum bet table, maybe $70 is nothing to you, but to me, that'd be pretty good. In fact, it'd be excellent if I won $70 every time the dice rolled for even 5 minutes. I'd be ecstatic. And so would my wallet. So you have options again. Now let's look at it if we did it a different way. And for you guys that have watched the other regression videos on lower limit tables, you're going to know where I'm going with this. This time I'm going to pay with green. So you've got your 640 across. So you're $640 invested into this roll. So again, we're going to look at numbers that pay the least amount. So we'll start with these. 6 and 8. So now, instead of waiting, we go ahead and regress this number right now. So we say, take me down to 60. Collect the rest. Take the rest back. So now comes the second hit. And we say the same thing. Take me down to 60. Now after 2 hits, if we say, take me down to 320 across, we once again are sitting at $600. We're once again $40 invested into this roll. So it actually has the same end result as the other method where you don't regress anything until after the second hit and then you regress it all. This version where you regress it down slightly, one at a time. The only disadvantage to doing it this way is you get, if you happen to get a repeater, you get paid less and it takes you more to get your initial investment back. The advantage to this one is if a 7 out comes, if you get like 1 hit and then a 7 out, you lose less. You have less, you've taken down $60. And $60 less at risk, you take $60 back. So they both have the same end result once you get to the regression itself. It's just a question of how soon do you want to regress. At 2 hits, at 3 hits, I'm not going to do the 3 hit because as you see, it's basically identical to the other version. So it's up to you. What do you want to do? Do you want to regress after 2 hits? Do you want to regress after 3 hits? Do you want to regress each number as they hit? Or do you want to regress everything all at once? Up to you. How much do you want to have risk per every single roll? Do you want to start reducing that risk right away? Or do you want to reduce that risk all at once? Different strokes for different folks, because again, it could go either way. You could regress a number down as soon as it hits, and then that one hits again. Now you're screwed. It's going to take you, and you got to get an extra hit in there. Or you leave them all up, same number of hits twice. You've got your 2 hits. Now you regress everything down. You're $40 invested. But let's say you do a 3-hit regression and you just leave everything the same until that 3rd hit, and you get 2 hits and then a 7 out. You're going to lose more than if you were to take 1 hit, regress it down, take another hit, regress it down, and then the 7 outs, because you've pulled back $120. So again, different ways you can go with this, different ways you can approach it. It's entirely up to you. There's nothing wrong with regression strategies. They can be winners for sure, as long as you switch to another strategy after you have regressed. But again, you could sit there and same bet and pull $70 minimum every single hit. There's certainly nothing wrong with that. And I hope you guys find this interesting, illuminating, enlightening, or at least just plain fun. We appreciate you guys. Thank you very much for watching. We will catch you guys next time. Bye now. Okay guys, so as I promised at the end of the videos, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the live stream and how it's going to work. So the first thing is, if you're interested in being one of the players for our craps tournaments, which is we're going to have every single week, please email us at sincityliving.lv@gmail.com. I need the email addresses and want to know who is interested so that we can get it set up and we can select it. I'm going to have the first round is going to be 16 players. There'll be 4 players per week. The 5th week is going to be the 4 champions from previous weeks to get an ultimate champion. Haven't decided yet what the prize will be. Maybe I'll see if I can pick up another one of these lights. But we'll have some sort of prize for our champion. So please, if you're interested, email us. I want to pick the first 8 players, the first 2 weeks worth of players, so that we'll have the first 4 ready for the first week, and the other 4 will be kind of backup, just in case somebody has connection issues or something comes up and they're not able to play that week. Then I've got the other players on standby, so I can just bump one of them up and maybe shift the first person down or something along those lines. The main tournament is going to be Thursdays at 6 o'clock my time, Las Vegas time, 6 p.m. Las Vegas time. And it's the way it's going to work is it's going to be a time thing. I'm going to do the live stream for an hour. I'm going to do the game for an hour, rather. And it might work out to about 30 rolls, might work out to about 40 rolls. I'm not too sure. We'll see how it goes. But it's going to be time. It's going to be an hour. Instead of the craps tournaments that they do down on the strip where it's 30 rolls, we're going to do an hour. So I want to make sure I have a finite time limit for this to start with, and then we will go from there. I'm going to find a way, either a Discord or a Zoom or a private chat room, some way for the players to be logged into something where I can communicate with them on my second computer, so that they can tell me what their bets are, what they want to bet, what they want to press when something hits, without me having to scroll through the full chat of the live stream itself. I'm not going to be able to keep an eye on that, and if we have enough people watching and chatting, it could be difficult to keep an eye. So I have to figure that part out. Another reason I need the emails, so I can communicate back and forth with the potential players. So if you're interested, again, please email me. Eventually, just pretty much everybody's going to have an opportunity to be in on these things, because we're going to do multiple ones. I'm also looking at probably doing a second craps tournament, maybe late Wednesday nights, possibly, I'm not sure, where I'm going to do it a little bit different. The second one is going to be, instead of 1 hour and then whoever's got the most chips is the winner, because those craps tournaments tend to have really weird strategies. They're not normal strategies that you'd see in normal play, because you're competing against other players and you just want to make sure you have more chips than them by the end. What I'm going to do with the second tournament is, instead of a weekly winner, we're going to play for an hour, and then I'll keep track of how much money people still have on their, or how many chips they still have. And then the next week, same players are going to keep going. Basically, this game will go until the bankrolls end, until we have one person with money left, or chips left. Again, there's no money involved in this. So once we have one final winner, so people will drop out as their play money bankrolls expire, as they run out of chips. So that one, I'm guessing we'll see some more normal strategies, the kind of things people actually play when they're actually playing craps. And then eventually we're going to add baccarat, pai gow, 3-card poker, blackjack, of course, to these tournaments. Whatever we can, to these live streams and live stream tournaments, whatever we can, when we can, as best we can. We're going to have to figure it out as we go. We have a lot of time constraints between me working full-time plus a child. but we're going to do the best we can. We're very, very excited to have this going, and we also will try and pick a day or time where I can do a patron exclusive tournament or two. We'll see how many of our patrons are interested, and see if we can't get that going as well, where it's only on the patron site. So definitely stay tuned, guys. Please, if you're interested in playing in one of the tournaments or partaking in our live streams, aside from just the chat, obviously it's a live stream, please watch, chat with us, let us know how it's going or what you think, and otherwise, please, again, email us, sincityliving.lv@gmail.com. Otherwise, I hope you guys are enjoying the videos. Any suggestions, please hit us up. Thank you guys very, very much. We appreciate every single one of you guys, and we will catch you guys next time. Bye now.